Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Saturday the 28th of May 2022. Now we've had an update apparently in one of Millwall's supposedly summer targets, and that's Derby County's Nathan Byrne. This is from the sun.co.uk and it says Derby issue hands off warning for Nathan Byrne after triggering a 1-year extension despite championship relegation. Derby have told clubs chasing right back Nathan Byrne on a free he's staying put. Byrne, 29, has played enough games to spark a 1-year extension at Pride Park, and despite their relegation to League One, the Rams will not let him go. Byrne enjoyed a superb season under Wayne Rooney, playing in 40 championship outings, and his hot form saw several clubs declare their interest in a summer switch. Stoke, Preston and Millwall were all thought to be keen, while Celtic attempted to make a move last year, and clubs were preparing to pounce for Byrne when his contract expired next month. However, Sun Sport can reveal the defender is going nowhere. That's because a clause in his deal has been triggered, keeping him at Derby until 2023. Rooney revealed last month that Byrne was among those eager to remain with the Rams despite their relegation. Rooney, set to be awarded the Freedom of Derby, said, "It's so rare and so unique and so positive that they all want to stay. The players love being here. I can say 95% of the players in there I would want to keep. But what I can't do is tell them what the salary will be. The players who are out of contract, I know there are other clubs sniffing around them and putting salaries in front of them, which unfortunately sometimes that is what it is." And then they talk about something else. So there you have it. It seems they have triggered a contract extension. Now, why have they done that? They done it because the option was there. But does that mean they're trying to get some money out of the clubs that want to sign this guy? Because he might want to stay there, but now if clubs make, let's say, what, £500,000 offer to make him take him on transfer, you think they're not gonna listen to offers like that? They'll sell him down the river quicker than they won't. So yeah, so they've extended his contract apparently. Now this is just a rumor. There's nothing official. I've looked on Derby County's website. That's there's nothing there. There's nothing on Nathan Byrne's end. But you assume, well, it's the weekend, so maybe this will come out next week. Yeah, so what does that mean? Well, they might extend his contract, but it says that Rooney says it himself, like, what are they getting now? What are the terms? Now, it's quite common in a lot of championship teams, I believe, that there is a clause in the contract that your wages will go down if the club goes down. Or a player could say, well, no, fuck that, just release me, put a release clause in. If we get relegated, I can leave, ipso facto. And so generally, I think the rumor is that it's generally around 20%. So if the clause is that if you get relegated with your team, your wages will go down by 20%. So you can imagine that with the current inflation that we're seeing, that's going to be more like a 30% drop in wages for this guy and others at Derby County. Now here's the thing though. Derby County did not get relegated by the players. They got relegated by the boardroom and the directors and financial mismanagement, which led to a points deduction. So where does that leave them? The club technically did get relegated, but it wasn't the players that caused it. But they still, if the clause is in the contract about them getting a pay cut, will that still kick in? And if not, I mean, is there a lawsuit there for the players? Surely they can say, well, hang on, we didn't cause the relegation, so don't cut our wages, carry on paying us. would be interesting to see if anyone goes down that route. But like I said, I don't even know if they have that clause in this contract. It is quite common. So we will see. But is this a genuine attempt from Derby County to keep this player on their books and play him in the team next season so they get promoted? Or is it a deliberate attempt by them to force this guy to ask for a transfer request, or to force other clubs to make cash offers to pay to transfer the player? Because don't forget, they haven't been taken over yet. They're still being run by the administrators, and there's some rumours of some funny business going on with the administrators. Apparently they're people making offers and they're not probably looking at them. They have a preferred bidder that they're choosing to work with and ignoring all the others. So apparently that's the rumours, allegedly. I don't know. So they're not beyond the realms of a bit of funny business. I mean, if the option's in the contract, it's there and it could get triggered, but is this to get money or is this to keep the player? We'll find out. But even though nothing official has come out, I've updated the current tracker that I've got. Nathan Byrne, Derby County, source from the Football Insider, is had his contract extended at Derby. Apparently, we assume that's going to go through, and we'll see if anything else comes of that. If he puts in a transfer request, and or if a club makes a bid and the club accepts it. But as of now, I'm saying it looks like we're not gonna get him. So there you go. Moving on to this story, or not really a story, it's an interview with Scott Malone. This is from NewsatDen.co.uk. Millwall defender, an intense wingback role, a vow he made last season, and ridiculous on Murray Wallace. Millwall are set to continue with their default 5-man defence next season, and Scott Malone has given an insight into the intense demands of the wing-back role. The Lions moved to 5 at the back soon after the appointment of Garrett in October 2019, and it paid immediate dividends as the side ended their winless away one with a 1-0 victory at Swansea City, Rowett's 4th game in charge. Millwall's wing-backs on that November day were Marlon Romeo and Murray Wallace, as Jed Wallace's brilliant direct free kick secured the win. Rowett signed Malone on a season-long loan from former club Derby County in August 2020, specifically to play left wing-back, with Murray Wallace dropping back into a 3-man defence. Romeo has had his place taken by Danny McNamara in January 2021. McNamara 23 and Malone 31 were the first choice wing-backs last season. McNamara got his first 2 goals for Millwall in a 4-1 win against Barnsley in April, the second assisted by Malone with a cross from the left at the back post where McNamara arrived to head home. Malone has scored 9 goals in the last 2 seasons, making him Millwall's highest scoring defender in that time. Malone explained how difficult it is to be defending as part of a back 5 in one moment and seconds later to try to make it into the opponent's back post to get on the end of crosses. I don't think you can conserve energy, I just think you have to go for it, Malone said. With that role, your body gets accustomed to doing it. I think it will be hard for someone who doesn't play there to go and play there for 90 minutes. You will notice the difference. I would say it's a very niche role, if you like. Some parts of it you could say are easier than other positions, but I think physically it is one of the most demanding, especially as you have to do both. You're expected to defend, and then when we attack, you're expected to be at the back post when the cross comes in from the other side. You can do it both ways. You don't have to make the back post every time. One of Malone's biggest tests last season was against Huddersfield's Sorba Thomas. The Terriers' right wingback came out on top in a duel and provided the assist for the only goal scored by Jonathan Hogg, though that was from a corner. Malone wasn't happy with how the battle went and vowed it wouldn't happen again. In the return game, Malone dominated as the Lions ended Huddersfield's 17-game unbeaten run at the Den with a 2-0 victory. And nowadays, if you're seeing more of a 3-5-2 and a a 3-4-3. Teams are doing it in all kinds of different variations, Malone said. What I found, especially last season, everyone is playing with a back three, so that then more often than not you're 1v1. You have to impose yourself on the player. You almost have to take the legs away from him. A bit like at Huddersfield at home with Saul, but Thomas, if you don't run the other way, they're just going to keep attacking you. So it's a bit cat and mouse. Yes, it was a motivation against Thomas. I'd like to think that not many get the better of me physically over the 90 minutes, but that was one. It was one of a couple of times I didn't feel at my best and he did get the better of me. It was a little bit of motivation. It was like, you won't do that to me again. You've done it once, you're not going to do it twice. I think we're high in distance cover, but I wouldn't say we're the highest. It's more high speed running. The high speed running and the sprinting are probably the two that will top out. I'm not too sure about overall distance. It would be high, but then you have to get down to what the game is like, whether you have the ball, whether it's a counter-attacking game. Malone praised Murray Wallace, who won the Lions Millwall Supporters Club Player of the Year award for his displays on the left side. Malone said he's been great. It's almost like he can half. Not cheap, but I know he's behind. His performances this season have been outstanding game after game. He had a couple of injury issues, but he just ploughed on through that. He just churns out performances. It's ridiculous, to be fair, what he does. Even on the ball as well, he brings calmness. He definitely helps me. He helps me get further up the pitch. So there you go. There is an interview with Scott Malone. And yeah, there's not much going on in Millwall news. So just those two things today. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.